This is 16 WAPT News at 10. Built around you.
Saints went to the Super Bowl, and this man shaved his head. I'm Catherine Kite. What some fans did to celebrate this Super Bowl. Coming up. Good evening. I'm meteorologist Heather Sophia. I can tell you how I celebrated watching it here. Have the T-shirt on. Really excited. If you haven't heard, there's the Who Dat Hurricane there. Heather, thank you. We begin tonight with a live look at the streets of New Orleans. Here is Bourbon Street in full-on celebration mode. A historic night in the Big Easy. Saints in their first Super Bowl, winning their first Super Bowl. Now, in just a few moments, sports director Christian Steckel and reporter Brittany Deal will be joining us with more from Florida. But we begin tonight with our own Ray Coleman, who is here in the studio to take us through the highlights. What a great game, right?
An unbelievable game, an absolute nail-biter from start to finish. Let's not waste any time. Let's get you right into the highlights. Let's fly down to Miami, and we're going to fast forward to the third quarter. That's where the Saints are going to be leading 30-44. Right now, let's send it out live to our very own sports director, Christian Steckel, for post-game analysis. Christian, take it away, my friend.
All right, Ray, thanks so much. Great job, buddy. Who dat won the Super Bowl? The New Orleans Saints. That's who. Can you believe it? Super Bowl 44 goes to the Who Dats, and I'll tell you what, 31-17 the final score. Drew Brees and company clutch down the stretch. Tracy Porter, another interception to seal the deal late. I'll tell you what, Brittany, the party is going to rage tonight. You're not going to want to miss it. He's got a special message from Mississippi. Let's send it back to you guys now in the studio.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Great job. I can only imagine what Bourbon Street is like right now.
Yeah, and we're about to see what it's like right now. A win 40 years in the making, and as we saw at the top of the show, the city of New Orleans, it's going wild. Who Dat Nation has taken over Bourbon Street, and that's where we find 16 WAPT's Ben Lemoyne. Ben, take it away.
Well, it's one of the most historic cities in the country.
Ben, I definitely agree with you right there. It looks like that is a party that's not going to end anytime soon. And although I don't know if we can compete with the celebrations in New Orleans, celebrations have been going on all day here in the Jackson area. 16 WAPT's Catherine Kite shows us what some fans will do for their Saints.
16 WAPT News.
Catherine, thank you. I know at least a few Saints fans are going to be a little tired for work in the morning. Tonight, we do want to mention that at least one sports store in our area is opened up special for people who can't wait to get their hands on some Saints Super Bowl championship gear. Hibbett Sports in Flowood opened up just a few minutes after the clock ran out of the game. They're staying open until midnight to sell all that Saints Super Bowl gear. And we did visit the store earlier this week, and they told us that that Saints stuff is literally flying off the shelves, so you might want to get there early. Now, earlier today, there was a fundraiser. Nearly 1,000 people took part in a game day tradition in our area, the Salvation Army Super Bowl. This is the 13th annual fundraiser, but with the Saints in the Super Bowl, this year's celebration topped all of the years past. Fans filled up on soup from area restaurants, and all of the money raised today goes to the Salvation Army's community feeding program. In other news tonight, the JSU professor shot on campus is doing remarkably well, according to her husband. And we talked to Bill Scott over the phone earlier today about his wife, Andrea. Bill said doctors told him they won't have to operate on Andrea's jaw or remove the bullet from her neck. Now, the left side of her face is still paralyzed, but she was able to move around her hospital room today and even wash her hair. Now, Jackson State University police tell us 2 men shot Scott last week in an attempted armed robbery on campus. JSU still has not identified any suspects in the shooting. If you have any information that can help police, call Crime Stoppers. The number 601-355-TIPS. Well, the man accused of killing a Jackson State student and hiding her body in the woods is expected to stand trial this week. Jury selection begins Tuesday in the trial against Stanley Cole. He's accused of killing his girlfriend, Latasha Norman, after they left JSU's campus in November of 2007. Norman's body was found days after she was reported missing. Cole was arrested after police say he took them to find her body. Now, 600 potential jurors were sent questionnaires about the case and summoned to the Hinds County Courthouse for jury selection. We will have live coverage of the trial from the courthouse all week. A white mayor will govern the Crescent City for the first time in 30 years. The city of New Orleans voted Lieutenant Governor Mitch Landrieu into office last night. He won in a landslide over a field of 10 opponents. Landrieu's campaign focused on the city's slow recovery from Hurricane Katrina, violent crime, and slumping city finances.
We decided
Now, New Orleans' last white mayor was Landry's father, Moon Landrieu. Mitch Landrieu will take office from Ray Nagin, who could not run again because of term limits.
Oh, if you're a Super Saints fan and you're heading down to New Orleans right now, you're not going to run into any rain if you're heading down south. But I can tell you there's a developing weather system out to our west. I'll tell you when that's going to make it here coming up.
And I'm Christian Steckel live at Sun Life Stadium here in South Florida, where guess what? Who Dat Nation won the Super Bowl. Who knew? Here from Deuce McAllister, coming up at Sports.
Super Bowl parties, you're not going to have to run into any rain. It's tomorrow night when we'll see the rain.
All right, Heather, thank you. And we do want to mention that our Super Bowl coverage continues. When we come back, we go out live to Christian Steckel in Miami. Stick around. Topic in D.C. tonight has nothing to do with politics. It's the blizzard that has dropped 2 to 3 feet of snow from Virginia to New Jersey. The president jokingly called it Snowmageddon. ABC's David Curley shows us how people are digging out.
Record storm. David Curley, ABC News, Washington.
Well, from snow in the northeast to mud out west causing problems tonight. California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger is touring damage left behind by massive mudslides. Crews spent the day removing tons of mud and debris near La Cañada. It's the same site of a huge wildfire last summer. Now, dozens of homes are destroyed or damaged there. Another 70 have been evacuated. Now we're going to send it out to Christian Steckel with a look at what's coming up in sports.
It really happened. The New Orleans Saints are Super Bowl champions. They have rebounded from Katrina to rise above the rest. Just 5 years later, New Orleans wins their first ever Super Bowl. We've got it all covered for you from Miami coming up next. And hi, everybody. Christian Steckel alongside Brittany Deal. Welcome out to Sun Life Stadium here in South Florida, where guess
Tom Ben's a kiss.
That's what he said. Hey, let's go back to you guys.
All right, thanks so much, guys. Megan?
All right, guys, we want to thank you so much for that. We will be back in just a few minutes. Nobody calling them the Aints tonight. Well, I guess there's only one way to end tonight, Heather.
A la bon temps roulette and who dat say go beat them Saints. So exciting.
Have a great night.